When I first moved into my 38 square meter HDB unit, I also engaged a Feng Shui consultant with the hope to improve my home luck and wealth. It was also at this time that I first learned about something called the wealth corner. This wealth corner is said to be a special area in a house that gathers good energy, which may help to bring good luck and prosperity. So I followed whatever my consultant recommended, for example, placing certain objects at certain places. I was hoping that miracles or good things will happen to me, but unfortunately, nothing really happened. So this makes me curious, and I decided to investigate further, and I even took up a short course in Feng Shui. And this is what I now know. The wealth corner is not so straightforward as it seems. There are different ways to find it, and it also depends on which Feng Shui school that you are following. For example, one particular Feng Shui school will mention that the wealth corner is at the far corner of your home. So it is from where you stand at the entrance. This wealth corner could either be on the far left corner or on the far right corner. And then there's another school called the Classical Compass Feng Shui, where the wealth corners is in the southeast sector of your home based on the compass direction. So the location can be different depending on which system that you are following. To make it easier for you to imagine, let us think of qi, which is basically something like the energy. This qi is flowing into your home just like water flowing into a river. So when water flows, it will tend to settle in the corners just like sediments gathering at the river bank. And that is why the corners are often seen as wealth areas, because just like the sediments gathering at the corner of the river bank. But in real homes, things are not so simple. For example, in my 38 square meter HDB unit, the far left corner here is actually part of the bedroom. And you can see here it is separated by a sliding door. So when the sliding door is open, qi will flow into the bedroom instead of staying in the living room. And also upon entering my home, the first room on the left, as you can see, is the bathroom. The bathroom in Feng Shui is often seen as a draining space. So if the door of the bathroom is open, qi will flow into the bathroom and get washed away. And that is why it is always important to keep the bathroom door closed. So what can we do in this situation where there is no exact location telling us where is the wealth corner? The best solution is to treat all your corners of your home as the wealth corner. And what shall we do with all these wealth corners? Number one, always keep them clean and tidy. There should be no clutter and untidiness in these areas. And also, please do not place any trash bins over here. A good clean corner will always invite good energy. Secondly, you should keep the wealth corner peaceful. Avoid having loud devices like the TV or the hi-fi in the wealth corner. And unfortunately, in my case here, I actually have a big TV which is close to the far right corner of my living room. So the only solution is to always try to keep the TV volume low when I'm watching TV. Always remember, a quiet environment can help you to focus, make better decisions, and attract opportunities. And lastly, you should try to use this wealth corner space to do something mindfully. For example, you can sit down in these corners to do simple breathing exercises, or simply sit there to do a short meditation. Let these corner areas be a calm place for you to do some simple reflection. And so now the biggest question: have I really got a change in my luck and strike rich from all these wealth corners? Actually, it is the opposite. In fact, I even went through a period of unemployment and also depression. But does that mean that the wealth corner here is a hoax and this thing doesn't work? To help you understand this whole thing about the wealth corner, I'm going to use one of my favorite Singapore local dish here, and that is chai tao kueh. You see, Feng Shui is just like cooking a nice plate of chai tao kueh. Chai tao kueh, as you can know, is a fried carrot cake. So the radish, the garlic, the oil, and the seasonings, they are all the ingredients here for cooking the chai tao kueh. You can compare them just like the Feng Shui elements. But ingredients alone will not make you a nice, delicious chai tao kueh. You also need to have good cooking skills. You need to have patience. You need to have the perseverance and the effort to cook a nice plate of chai tao kueh. And that is the same thing as wealth. Feng Shui can give you the supportive energy, but you must also take the action, for example, learning skills, making smart decisions and smart choices, and staying positive. So let me share with you my own personal journey. My turning point happens when I started to become more positive and when I start to upskill myself in technical skills like digital marketing, soft skills like communication and problem solving, and I also try to learn some emotional resilience. And I also do daily affirmations to try to keep myself to stay positive and stay calm. And slowly, I change from someone who is a very negative person to become someone who is positive. And this helped me to open the doors, and I got myself a supportive office hour job, which is even a supervisory role. And I even have the flexibility time for doing side hustles that I enjoy. So that is how the Wealth Corner really helped me, not by magic, but by creating an environment where I could grow, focus, become more positive so that I can act accordingly. So as a closing summary, always remember, the Wealth Corner can be different depending on which Feng Shui school that you follow. It could either be on the far left or right corner, or just like the classical school, it could be in the southeast sector. Also, in smaller HDB units like my one, which is 38 square meter, I suggest you treat all the corners as the Wealth Corner. And if you are like me, having a bathroom as a first room upon entering the unit, please always keep the bathroom door closed. So also remember, Feng Shui sets the stage for you, but you must also have the effort, the positivity, and consistency to really achieve what you want, and that will help you to create the wealth that you want. It is just like cooking a plate of chai tao kueh. You need to have both the right ingredients and also the right technique to cook a chai tao kueh well. That's all for this video today. I hope it has given you some inspiration. Thank you for watching.